Well, it's relatable.
100%. 50 is 4 generations, 5 generations above it, but he like,
they all
man, y'all
understand
the
each
same
other.
shit. I know what's going on out there. And he loves the aggression. I mean,
He
hello.
loves it.
So when 50 is hear that and all that, and then people start being like, oh, you're with Bobby and them, and I start doing it, and then you get interviews, and then you start to get noticed, and then I'm saying viral stuff, and then this is going, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm becoming like a little famous. Oh, this is a different pace of life. I'm now going to Fridays and Applebee's and going out. Your punch. I'm gonna get a picture. And I'm like, oh shit, I felt that. I know when that happened. That was like 2015. And then around then, I get Young M.A. Then Young M.A. gets the biggest record. Then I bring Young M.A. around 50 Cent. And then we get that going. And then Ooh becomes the biggest record. Then I'm touring with Young M.A. And then I'm doing a lot of the creative direction, the branding with it. And now I'm her tour DJ. And then I was hosting her mixtapes. And then I'm sending her shit to radio. Now a lot of the radio DJs that I used to book when I was a promoter or that I used to work with when I was a rapper are now my friends. Like, I know Punch, yo, I'm with M.A., yo, play the record. And then all of a sudden, M.A. blows it. Now that's the biggest record. Now I'm touring the country with the girl with the #1 rap record in the country. Designer who was from Bed-Stuy. I brought him under my wing early in his career. I rock with him heavy. I did his very first interview. Brought him to meet 50 Cent. That triggered Leor Cohen to try to sign him the next day.
Wow.
When Kanye heard that Leor was with him, you know what I mean? Steven Victor accelerated it and brought him over to Def Jam and Good Music. So while I'm looking at that, now it's like, wait, I interviewed him on a Friday. I introduced him to 50 on a Monday. He saw Leor on Tuesday. He met Kanye on Wednesday. He was signed by the next Monday. Holy shit, I'm extremely essential domino pieces. Oh, this happened. Oh, this goes. Yo, DJs, here's the record. Here's the clean radio. Here's what's going on. And you start to go, and he was managed by Zana Ray at that time, and she was at Hot 97, and she was pushing into the radio DJs, but DJs are still coming back to the regular DJs on ground level. Y'all rocking with this? Y'all going on? What's going on? And a lot of people's calling it, and there's no one single person that's ever broke any record in the planet. But there is one person who starts the avalanche.
Exactly.
Someone starts the avalanche. And someone, depending on how long you're on that avalanche, is how long that credit and how much credit you should get from it. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the reality. Mm-hmm. So now we got Designer. We got Bobby had the #1 record in the country in 2014, #1 rap record. Designer, Panda, #1 rap record in the country. Then Young M.A., #1 rap record in the country. So that's 3 years of success where I'm hello, we're touching it. It's there. People are like, yo, you're the guy that's there. You did this. Then I'm doing so many artists first interview. Moneybagg Yo, YFN Lucci, Made in Tokyo, so many. It just goes at Dax. Artists that are multi-million streaming, I'm doing their first interviews, and people's like, yo, I'm seeing them with Punch first. And then I get so lit that I can now I'm so popping, I can now bring my young boys. All right, here's Bambino, one of the biggest drill rappers there. Here's Jeezy Moolah, one of the young kids. Jeezy's locked up right now, free Jeezy Moolah. All of this stuff. On Point OP, who's worked his ass off, who was GS9.
He's come on this show before.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, These are like my little brothers. I've known OP his entire life. Like legitimately. I know his older brother. His big brother is that's my man growing up when we in junior high school together. Like, so free scrap. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of this stuff that goes and people don't understand. Even just in those moments, I'm naming so many people that's in jail. These are my actual friends. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's so much of that energy, you know, and some of my guys, I'm not going to say which ones because they'll get in trouble, but I'm talking to my guys direct on the phone. I can call them.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they FaceTiming me. They're answering, what's up? You get what I mean? Like, but these are my friends that are in jail for years and years and years and years of their life. You get what I'm saying? Frida, it's immense that a lot of my friends are in that free GS9 Gino, free Shotty. And these are not like, oh, I think I know him. No, these are people that I talk to constantly. I used to manage GS9 Gino. So you get what I'm saying? Jeezy, I'm the one who brought him up to 50 Cent. I'm the one who took him under my arm and tried to get him on the radio and got radio to play him first. So, you get what I'm saying? People don't understand that. I almost got him a deal at Def Jam before he had got locked up. Literally, I was talking, I'm communicating with like, he didn't even get to sit down and get to contracts. They like, yo, we gonna give him an offer if you bring him through. Like, these were people that I've done things for. You get what I'm saying? And it's hard to see they're in jail. Some of my friends not getting out. They throwing life at Jeezy right now. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is a real thing.
Well, this is what they warn people about when they talk about the drill movement.
1,000%.
Right? They warn people about this. Like, yeah, you're going to get this notoriety. You're going to get known. Your music is going to be played. People are going to love your songs. But the outcome, you can't predict the outcome.
It's
right?
extremely random.
It becomes a lot of different things depending on what's stated, what's not stated, who, you know, etc. It's just a lot.
And sometimes it's not even just the music, it's the lifestyle. You know, like, it's tough. Scrap is like, it's like a little brother to me. I love him. I was there the day to pick him up from jail when he came home, which is 2018, March or April. I picked him up from jail. I did a vlog for it. It's millions of views. I interview him from the day he's coming home. I now bring him. I now help the fame of it. He's now going to get national attention. He's with me. I had such a large sting. I probably, that year alone, I might have did 20 million views on YouTube. You get like, it's so much attention. My hair, I get my brother some eyes. Let's do it. Now he's here. He's getting it. G Herbo was shouting him out. Lil Durk was shouting him out. He's a big deal. They from Chicago, and they know about his behavior and his presence in New York. He comes home 6 months later, he's back in jail. You know, and it's tough to see and hear and all that. He's been in jail since then. He's in jail now. Now they moved him. He just got to Rikers right now. Now he's back up. He was in jail in Florida for like the last, what's that, 6 years.
Moved him for a location.
Just moved him. Now he's back up in New York. So it's like, and these are people I got a lot of love for. You get what I mean? But it's like, I've been around them. I've had thousands of phone calls with them.
How does that make you feel though? Like knowing.
It's super weird. This whole thing is
it's very weird for you.
Extremely intense reality.
Yes.
Because I have an immense amount of at the beginning. I've been able to deal with it. But when I had first moved, I had an immense amount of survivor's guilt. Immense. Because I'm looking at it and be like, yo, my friends is really in jail. You know, when I had it, you know, like even when it came down with Tekashi and he started, you know, doing what he did and cooperating, there was tons of opportunities to do other things with him moving forward. And
you could
very
do it.
lucrative.
And you couldn't do it.
You know, the kid's an idiot. Don't get it confused.
But he's talented and
he's partially talented.
Okay.
But he's more smarter than he is talented. And he's also willing to do anything to stay in the center of attention.
Okay.
That level of willingness can translate as a talent. Because I think so many people are trying to acquire attention and they can't figure out how. But it's usually because they have a certain level of, I won't do that to get attention.
Absolutely.
And some people will.
Absolutely.
So then you confuse the acquiring of attention for a skill. You get what I'm saying? Like, in reality, I tell everybody, you want to go viral? I'd love to go viral. Just go pee in the middle of the street. And they're like, what? You want to go? You want to go viral? Slap a stranger. It's not difficult to go viral. It's the difficulty of viral is, can you go viral for saying something that's going to benefit the messaging you want to get across? You know, so a lot of people I watched a lot of these kids that do viral. They do these stunts and they're yelling at their girl and they're doing these fake stunts and they're going viral. I personally think it's all a waste of time. You know, it sounds harsh to a lot of the online comedians. Not all, but a lot of them are doing like shock value skits. It doesn't do nothing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, wow, it's shocked. You got views. The comedians that are making money from the internet were the ones who said, all right, I've now changed this into a show, or I'm now starting to do stand-up comedy. Because they eventually go, damn, I got 1 million followers, I got 500,000 followers, and nobody cares. I'm still broke.
I got to change this up. I got to switch to business.
Because that was never the plan. It was desperation to get attention.
Yes. But then you have to turn that into
something
else.
So when the rappers are dissing people and they're getting views and they're like, oh, my son is lit, he's broke. There's no level of business to that.
But that's also what I want to touch on, because that is like the problem with all of this is that the music can go two ways. You can go up or you can go very far down.
I'm with you.
And that's what I've been seeing.
Yeah.
Right? And there's no in between. Or there are in betweens. There are people that eventually pivot into another role and do other things.
Yeah.
But most people, it's really like you're at the very top or you're really at the very bottom. And sometimes jail is that bottom. And you talk about like your friends being incarcerated.
Yeah.
Just having the ability to navigate both of those things though. Like, that takes a mental toll on someone.
Yeah.
Has it not?
even just the level of discipline to not get wrapped up. You know, I think that gets understated for me a lot of times. You know, um, a lot of my friends are in jail. Like a lot of my friends are in jail. You know, a lot, all different ages, different stages in life, and all of it. And you know, not ever getting, you know, making the right decisions. I told like a girl asked me one time. She's like, Punch, how you think you made it? And I said, how I think I made it? It's a very vague question. She said, like, she was in my crib. I have a lot of these parties. I have a lot of these parties at my house. Cause it's very unique, right? Let me address that first. I have a lot of parties in my house. When I left the city, I left being accessible. So there is no like, I was just driving by. That doesn't happen anymore.
No, you did that intentionally.
Yeah, that's intentional, right? So I have these parties because one, I have the space to entertain it. You know what I'm saying? I could probably put 2,000 people in my backyard comfortably. You know.
But you curate.
Created that, right?
Yeah, but you curate as well.
But I picked and choose having it because that's why my parties, if you look, I say they're invite only. Yeah. Right? Because they are. I go through every single person. I know every single person in that backyard, right? And I missed the fun of being around people, but I don't miss it in an uncontrolled environment. So I don't want to go to anybody's club. I don't want to go to anybody's party. This is an interesting fact. I've probably been to the club or lounge or venue, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I've probably been to the club probably less than 5 times in the last 15 years where I was not paid to be there.
Yeah, I can understand.
I'm talking about lounge. I'm talking about all of this. I don't even want to come to your birthday party.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Uncontrolled.
I literally will go. I'll try to take you out individually. I'll try to do something for you. I'll send something. I get on the phone. I'd much rather this. I've probably been to clubs and go out probably less than 5 times in the last 15 years. If I was not paid, I was not there. I don't like it. My friend the other day, maybe a couple of days ago, like wanted me to go to this event. I was furious. I was in there. I was like, he just asked me. It's my friend. I got a lot of love for him. And I went to this event and I just went with him and I was like, I don't like doing that.
Do you feel like this is some like bits of PTSD?
100% trauma. I'm outside. I know what goes on. I know there's a lot of people out there with a lot of shit. My face card is big. I'm 6'6". I walk into every single room. They know exactly who I am.
They see you coming.
Look, Punch is here. I see it. Whether they give a shit or not. I don't try to confuse it, but 90% of my city knows who I am. Whether they care. This is not the arrogant position like, oh my God, Punch is here. Let's lose my mind. Yeah. No, you're going to be like, oh, I see Punch. Who cares?
Yeah.
Cool. There's a lot of people that do care. Yeah. But there's an immense amount of my city is like, I know who he is. And that level of just being like, you know, and I don't, I just will pass.
I can understand that.
So I stay away. But I pull it back to the initial. When I start doing the parties and creating that, I'm having a party one day. It's 50 people in my pool. I got an NBA-sized basketball court. They're playing full court games. And a girl came to me and I was standing up and I was just looking. And a girl came and said, Punch, how you feel? You should be so proud. But how'd you make it? I said, it's so vague. She said, no, how? How did you do this? I said, I made the right decision hundreds of times over and over.
Interesting.
And people were like, huh? I was like, I made the right decision hundreds of times in a row. I'm going to go home. Yeah, you know they shot up the club after you left? You know, I don't want to go to that girl's house. I don't like how she moves. Yo, you know on that block the next day? Yo, you know what it does with an op slip? I'm not shocked. You get what I'm saying? You know what? This girl's a little too excited to be with me. You get what I'm saying? You know what? I'm going to chill. My whole point of the matter is that when this scenario came, I made the right decision hundreds of times over and over. I put out the right piece of video. I worked. I DM'd the right person. Yeah. And I did it and it got to the point that it is. And I look at that in my truth and go, just making the right decision, because there's a lot of my friends who started, because I had to figure it out and look at, you started with me, you started with me, you started with me. And I look around and I'm not looking down on my friends, but I had to go and be like, yo, why are you not further in your career? Because they don't have to do music. Yeah. They could do engineering.
Yeah, they can do something else.
Why are you not building planes yet? You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, you work for the hospital. Why are you not the lead surgeon? Like, so it's not about let's all rap, no. But I'm talking about the pace and stage into the career that you're at. Like, what happened with some of my people that I used to be friends with? And I look and I go, They made the wrong decisions. They slept late too many times. They didn't wake up. I didn't, it's going to sound crazy. If I did not, I ain't sleep past 9 o'clock for probably like 7, 8 years in a row.
So would you say success has a lot to do with discipline?
Astronomical amount of discipline. I'm extremely disciplined. Like I said, I've probably been drunk 5 times my whole life.
Wow.
Drunk 5 times. Never been high. I've never been arrested. And I've been outside around gang shit before I was a teenager. Like, this is what, I was like, this block feeling hot right now.
That's kind of crazy though.
I know
that is kind of crazy. Like, that is very crazy.
So I look at all of this with man of my friends in jail, they talking to me and they be like, Punch, but they have, and again, because there's guys that got these shits, but they don't have the level of respect that I had from the street guys. Like, I got the monsters that'd be like, Punch is A1. It's because my conduct and what it is, and I understand the rules that we play by. I understand it. You get me? I understand what you sign up for when you say you're in the gang. I understand when you sign up for when you're in the street. I understand what you sign up for when you say you're a civilian. I understand all of these variations. And standing firm is something that's inside of you. I stand extremely firm. I know exactly who I am, what I will do and what I won't do. And a lot of my guys, they love me for it because it's like, yo, you're truthful, Punch. So many people faking. You get what I mean? And I think that's what gets so frustrating with the snitching culture is because people go, you faked it. You were saying you were this, you were going to do this, and then you did this. That's where that shame comes from it at its core. It's not that you told, it's that you told me you would do this and you didn't do this. You're not a person of your word.
And no integrity.
There's no integrity, there's no morals, there's no honor, because if something changed, you would change this. And the agreement is not, this agreement, what people get confused. A lot of people have like weaseled out of it by being like, yeah, but this person did this to me. You're not loyal to this person, you're loyal to your behaviors.
Exactly. I agree
So
with that.
if this person robbed you, you shouldn't just rob them back if you were a good person. Be like, let that happen. You get me? Now, you get what I'm saying? Not like, well, now, and that's civilian to civilian, right? If they robbed you, you don't just rob them back. You don't just steal from them back. They stole from you, now you steal their shit. Civilian to civilian, you supposed to tell the police. You get what I'm saying? This person robbed me. This person stole from me. You get me? When you in the street, you're loyal to the laws and the rules that you abided by. Like, yo, I don't cooperate. I don't do this. I don't do that. You get what I'm saying? I don't do these things. And when you get to that point, a lot of these people folded because they get to this point where they go, I'm not loyal to this because of what you did to me. And over time, I've just noticed it. And that's where, to bring it into a whole and to get it to a point of closure, right? To get it to a point of closure, it's like, I am an honorable man. My discipline has led a lot of my behavior, a lot of my thought process.
Yeah.
Being true to who I am allows me to be comfortable in who I've become. And all of my variations from being outside when I'm young and being in the music industry, attempting to be in the music industry in my 20s and then being a part of nightlife with partying and promoting and DJing and then getting into the music business and then
being a
getting
solid
back in and being there and doing
person.
it. It's all about being like, I'm A1. There's no story of none of my artists, even the artists that I don't be cool with. It's not like Punch stole my money.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
I mean, relationships dissolve at some point. That's like,
it's like that. You get what I'm saying? I haven't spoke to Tekashi since the day he went to jail. I've not spoke to Young and May since the day that we and her had our last argument. It's just what it is. Like it's there. I don't wish bad on either of them. You get what I'm saying? Definitely not May. I don't wish any bad on her. The fool boy is the fool boy. You get what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. But it's just how it goes. But at the end of the day, there's still no like, yo, you took this from this person, you didn't. You get what I'm saying? Me and Rotimi worked together for years. Then we split in like July. And you know, it's cordial. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna have business disagreements over time with people, but there's still no, this person stole, this person
exactly. Integrity still
robbed
remains.
me. This person
Yeah.
did bad. This person threw me under the bridge. Yeah, so I stand on honor,
And integrity.
highly integrity, higher. Being honest, and I know that I'm intense, and I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea because I'm not delicate and super sweet and kind.
Yeah.
But I win. So, you
And
know.
I guess, and that's what matters. I do have one question before you go. Now we have a new mayor in New York City.
Yeah.
Mandani.
Mm-hmm.
And 50 Cent
Mm-hmm.
had some words for him.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? And what do you think about Mandani?
Well, I looked at it like, the thing is, when it came down to 50, he was playing Many Men very often, right?
Yeah.
Many Men with death upon me.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Mandani was aware that social media drives the world now.
That's right.
Using leverage with 50 Cent and utilizing the music to be a narrative for him was a bold move, but it made him look like he was down to earth. Made everyone be like, yo, man, look at him. He pops up at clubs and parties. So he wants to come across like I'm a normal
relatable
person, you know? And he did that for a while, and hey, I get it, right? The problem is that 50 is always like, 50 is extremely rigid to the rules of loyalty. So I know that man didn't even understand it. He won with New York and then played New York with Ja Rule.
Yeah.
And 50 is like, oh, so this is what you're doing.
Okay.
And because the reality is what man is going to get burnt is you're using these social cues for attention, not understanding that there's heavy undertones after this that can come ripple effect when you want to go play. Oh, you want to play in the streets with us? Okay, cool. Oh, you did some wrong shit. Now what happened? Wait, I'm not here. I'm not really here. Oh, no. You want to play? Now we're going to play. Now you're going to learn what this is like. And that's the backlash to it. 50 Cent, I've worked with him for 2.5, 3 years. I worked with 50. I seen him almost every single day, and I was working with him media-wise. And the one thing I learned about 50 is that, one, he's extremely intelligent. He's also real life crazy.
He's Cancer.
Man, he's extremely rigid.
He's a Cancer.
Very rigid. It's like, yo, the thing that I love about 50 Cent is that you know who I am.
Yeah.
And I've shown you enough times.
More than once.
That you know that this is how I'm going to behave if you get outside of this rigid behavior that you want me to do. So I also look at 50 as a position like this where he goes, you know what my boundaries are, so why cross them? And just because he's famous, a lot of people act like he can't have personal boundaries that he goes. So me and 50 is still great and A1, but I just know that he bit back like, you want to use me to get headlines, and now I'm not going to let you use me anymore, and now I'm going to use you to get one back. And that's just really it. 50 just checked him.
Are you looking forward to him being mayor of New York City, or you don't do politics? You don't care?
I don't live in New York City.
There you go. Bye, guys.